Motion is unanimous, taking us to item 10.3. Mr. Mabey.
Good morning, Robert Mabey speaking. I'd like to ask you, Mr. Tavaglione, have you ever been out and driven on any of the streets in any of the neighborhoods? It staggers my imagination why you would want to have more construction when you have thousands of houses all over the county, probably one of the worst counties in California. Why in the world would you want to be building more houses? Why not do something with the houses that's a blight on the neighborhoods? On the street that I live in, there's several on there that the lawns are all dead, they don't take care of them. Well, what's your purpose in doing this? Could I ask you what's the total cost of this?
Are you objecting are you objecting to this item, Mr. Mabey?
Yes.
Okay.
Could you tell me what the total cost is?
You'll have to talk to EDA.
Pardon?
You'll have to sit down with our Economic Development Agency.
It's in your district and you don't know?
I don't know all the costs of every project in my district.
Just give me a rough idea, 10 million, 20 million, 30?
Mr. Mabey, this is a matter that if you have questions of EDA, it would probably be beneficial for you to contact EDA before coming.
So you don't know either. Okay. Well, anyway, could you tell me why in the world you would be building, have more construction if you've got all these houses all over the county and they're a blight on every neighborhood? Why are you building more?
Sorry you feel that way, Mr. Mabey, but there's a need for additional housing, so.
You've got housing all over that's sitting vacant. You've got low-priced housing. The houses, the prices are terrible. They're just sitting vacant.
So what
the ones on my block hurt me and everybody else. Why don't you do something with those? It doesn't make sense to build more.
I don't think everyone agrees with you.
Well, I think most people would. You don't. Maybe you have something to do with this Cordoba Construction Corporation. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's I mean, you must have a purpose in building these houses. And what is the purpose when you have so many that's empty, that's vacant, the lawn's all dead?
So what's your point today, Mr. Mabey? What point are you trying to make today?
The point I'm trying to make is that you don't need to build any more housing because we already have, in the county, we have hundreds of thousands of houses vacant, all size houses, from very small to medium size.
So it's your belief that there is a need to stop construction of any additional housing?
I think so, especially if the county's involved in it and the taxpayers' money.
Well,
I mean, if you want to buy something, why don't you buy up some of these, put the money and buy up some of these vacant houses?
Great.
And get people that are qualified. When are you ever going to find interest like it is now? Anybody that deserves a house can probably buy a house. But why don't you do that? Why don't you put the money in these vacant houses?
Let's just agree to disagree on this, Mr. Mabey.
Well, I'd just like to have you tell me why.
There's a need. There's a need for low-income housing.
How can there be a need when you have so many vacancies?
You don't understand.
And you have so many rentals too.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. Mabey. We can sit here for 4 seconds left and debate and disagree, but your time's up.
No, it isn't just disagreeing. I'd like to know why.
Thank you. Mr. Mabey, you can stay up now. I'm going to move approval of item 10.3 unless there are any other speakers on this item. Did you put in the card? Well, then come forward.
Mr. Tavaglione, I'm for the building of houses. I've been in touch with your office about the fact that it's needed. And Mr. Mabey and I are just now getting to know each other. But I think maybe...
Very happy for you for that.
I am too. Because I think that perhaps if you guys hadn't stole his land, he wouldn't be so distrustful. And perhaps if his deeds hadn't disappeared, he wouldn't be so distrustful. So, because I know that you guys did that, you caused the distrust. Okay? And then you get upset because there is such distrust. So you have to look at yourself. You've got to look in the mirror and ask yourself why so many people are distrusting. I just heard a little while ago that you're still doing the no-bid contracts. It seems to me that you and Mr. Booster and Mr. Stone, I love Mr. Ashley, I don't know about Mr. Benoit, but it seems to me that the three of you have been drinking much wine and you're very drunk on your power. And you have been for a long time, and you feel you have the right to be silent to the law. And the relief I'm seeking is for you to make it right and not run for Congress.
Okay, thank you. I will just clarify that thank you, Rebecca.
That was not me.
Thank
Quit
you.
picking on me.
I think it's just good to clarify that Mr. Maybe's issue has been held up in court twice over the last nearly 20 years, and they've ruled in favor of the county. And so I guess the distrust could come before the courts too.
Give Mr. Ashley's report.
Thank you.